Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. A couple months ago I did a video about why I chose Warwick University and I've gotten quite a few questions since then. So here's me answering some of those questions. Would Warwick accept people who have missed their conditional offer? I don't know. The answer is I don't know. Message your department. I don't know what's happening with A-levels. I don't know what the situation is, especially now. The best thing you can do is just email them any questions that you might have. They're lovely and I'm sure they'll be happy to answer you. Next question. How competitive is PPE? So I've had this question quite a couple of times and just so you know, I think the offer rate like 2 years ago was 1 in 7 people got an offer or 1 in 6. So do with that what you will. It's a pretty competitive course. People want to do loads of things. Everyone is very proactive in the course and sometimes it's very competitive. So maybe if you're not super competitive, I don't know if it's gonna be your thing, but I guess you'll see there's a lot of everything as well. Like I'm not personally very competitive and I don't like competition. I like competing only with myself because I don't really see the point of trying to be better than everyone else. So that's where I stand on it, but PPE is definitely quite a competitive degree. What's the workload like? I think it's very hard to tell you because obviously it's very different from high school. I think especially for PPE you're doing more modules, more core modules your first year because you're doing all 3 for philosophy, politics and economics. And that is definitely something to take into account. You're probably going to have more work than the average student on first year. But I'd say it's just really hard to explain, but there's quite a bit of work, there's quite a bit of different work because you're doing economics and then you might have like a test in maths, but while you're doing that you also have to write a philosophy essay on like whether art brings you real knowledge. So you know, it's very different kind of stuff and you can really focus your second and your third year more into what you're more interested in because maybe those two opposites don't attract you. Next one. Is it possible to transfer first year from another course to PPE? This is another question. I will leave the email down below. I'm guessing it depends on what you're doing. I'm guessing if you do PPL, which is philosophy, politics and law, you are more likely to be able to change, but in general I'm going to assume no because you're not going to have the core modules and you have to overcat so much. But this is just all questions that you can ask and that they will let you know. So that's kind of just I'll leave the email down below kind of question. What kind of master can I do afterwards? It really depends on what you decide to focus on during your PP bachelor's. I'm personally doing a BSc in economics with a minor in philosophy, and I'd like to do probably a master's in something like behavioral economics, kind of that area. But if you're a very economics mathsy person, you could do it in straight economics. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you want. There's loads of people that do it in like public policy, politics, that kind of thing. It just really depends on what you want to do. And following that question, another one that I got was what can you do afterwards? What are the perspectives for your job? How likely are you to get a job afterwards? And this also depends on what you choose to study. There's a lot of difference between like if you're majoring in philosophy or politics or economics. It just depends on what you want to do, and at the end of the day you just have to do something that you love and commit to it. And I think that's the best advice that I can say and the best answer. So yeah. So if you have any other questions about accommodations, about degrees, just general questions about Warwick, do leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and leave a like. And yeah, thank you. See you soon.